don't ask. Don't ask. Do not ask. And here's what you need to know. Those magical moves were done on a cankle. That's right. I have my left ankle. I've injured it on so many occasions. I've recankled it, if you will, over and over and over again, to the point where now, you know, if I'm walking down the street and I sprain it, or I'm hiking or whatever and I sprain it, I'm not even bothered by it. I'm like, oh yeah, that was meant to happen. Because I've cankled this ankle so often, it's just ridiculous. And I wrap it, I do all the things you're supposed to do with it. I think I have weak ankles. So when I'm not wearing a high top sneaker or a boot, because sometimes you just don't want to do that. Sometimes you want to wear just regular old sneaks and flip-flops. And I get very ambitious in my walking and hiking, and I cankle it. So those moves, those fantastic moves that you saw, were brought to you by the cankle. Hello! Welcome to Tuesday, April 20th? Yes, April 20th. And the Daily Tip, give it up for the Falcon. How are you? How's your Tuesday treating you? Hopefully better now that you saw my slick moves on the dance floor here. Let's start off with the Daily Tip, shall we? We're just going to mix it up. Daily Tip is always test a small area before cleaning leather with any solvent. Truer words were never spoken. You know, I enjoy when leather ages. I really do. I love the way it looks. I love the way it marks up. You know, my chair here is getting more and more marked up and dimpled and scratched and patinaed with every passing day, and I love that. But that doesn't mean that you don't want to clean it if you spill something on it. And the best way to try any kind of solvent, leather cleaner, or even just a mild soap and water, is to test it in an area that you can't see. So maybe like the corner of the back, you know, somewhere where you're not going to just all of a sudden, if it doesn't dissolve the stain properly or reacts with the leather in a really odd way, it's not the focal point. So, common sense. Test in an area that, you know, is small and not easily seen. I don't know why I'm looking at my paper. I do know why I'm looking at this paper, because there's a question here from Jackson. Hey Jackson, how are you? From Mississippi, about stripes. He notices that I use stripes a lot on my shows, and he thinks I'm fond of them, especially when he saw the Christmas special and he saw the stripes in my dining room. And he said, what's up with the stripes? How do I make stripes look good in my home? What up, Jackson? What's up with them? I like them. I think they're great. I think they're fantastic, and I think that you can create amazing looks. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you a couple of looks from a magazine called Living Etc. From the UK. And here's some stripes, kids. And look at this. This is not only on the wall, but it's on the ceiling as well. I don't know if you can see that. Check that out. That is spectacular stuff. It creates a really interesting look, especially with the wainscoting down below. It's traditional and contemporary all at the same time. Okay, check this out. This is a bold use of stripe in a very traditional looking room, but the traditional looking room has been made modern by the stripe in the chair, the pattern, and then that color is being picked up on the fireplace wall. So a really great way to use stripe in fabrics, if you will, and I will. I don't know about you, but I certainly will. And here's stripe again in fabrics in this headboard. Notice a really traditional bed, very traditional, almost crazy traditional. But the footboard and the headboard have been made so contemporary by the use of stripe, the really wide stripe, and the use of color, and stripe even in tile form, right? Look at that, spectacular. And then, you know, here's somebody clearly who is not afraid of color or stripes, I mean on the cover. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm just saying, you know, it can really liven up a room. And you can go silent with stripe. You know, I think one of the easiest ways to do a stripe, if you are a little bit more conservative in your chance taking, is to go tone on tone. You know, you can even do it with white. You can do the same color on the wall, but you can switch the finish. So You can do white. One stripe is a flat, the other stripe is a semi-gloss or a high gloss, and it's the same color, so the sheen is what's making the difference. Or you can do a tone-on-tone, so you do a plain creamy white on one stripe, and the other stripe is maybe 2 shades darker or 1 shade darker than that creamy white, and you alternate, obviously. You can alternate the sheen. There's so much you can do, and I love the idea of taking it up to the ceiling. That looks really sharp. If you're going to do stripes or anything bold on your wall, and you don't have very high ceilings, I recommend that you paint the ceiling either the same color as the lightest stripe on the wall, or a lighter version of one of the colors on the walls. Walls. You know what I'm saying. If you're too afraid to go dark on your ceiling, go at least a shade or 2 lighter than what you have on the wall, because a white ceiling up against dark walls, I don't think it flows very well. So Jackson, I hope that answers your question about my love of stripes. I do love them very, very much. I have something else to share with you guys. I'm not touching myself inappropriately. I am going to share this with you. When I was at Disney World, I still think of it and I remember it because there are pictures to keep that memory alive. I had such a great time. I got a little happy birthday pin, and the woman at the front desk who checked me in wrote my name on there. Apparently they know things. They know that it's your birthday. I did not say anything about my birthday, but apparently they knew somehow. Somebody tipped them off, and she wrote my name on there, and we even drew a little Mickey head. I don't know if you can see that. Did that all herself right there, and it was very sweet. I thought it was a really sweet thing, and I did not wear it in the park because, again, I'm dorky enough, people. We don't need to draw attention to the dorky geekiness. But that is a memento from my birthday at the Disney World. Enjoyable time. And one more thing I want to tell you about the Disney World is if you have ever been there, you know this to be true, that the Animal Kingdom park is spectacular. Just insanely good. Like the theming and the attention to detail is so amazing. It's so beautiful. If you haven't been there, go. Just go. It's so cool and so beautiful. So that's it for today. Today's Daily Tip on Tuesday. I hope you have a great day, the rest of the day. If I could speak, it would help. I'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday. And don't forget, send in your questions and your awesomeness for Monday. AngeloHome.com. Click on Ask Angelo. Also, by the end of this week, I will fill you in on the contest where you can win fabulous gifts and prizes. It's not going to be a car. I'm just going to tell you right now. Not going to be a car. I am in the market for a new car, but I can't give cars away. I can't do what Oprah does. I can't. One day, but not yet. Not yet. Okay, have a great Tuesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.